Hello scholars, I hope you all are fit and fine. So welcome scholars to our online classes for GK. Let us start with our first exercise, that is Discover India. Here we have to read the clues, identify these Indian wonders and write their names in the blanks. You can take help from the words given in the help box. So our first question is, this lake situated in Orissa is the biggest saltwater lake in India. It is actually a brackish water lagoon famous for the migratory birds. So our answer is Chilka Lake. You know, Chilka is India's brackish water lake separated from the Bay of Bengal by a narrow spit. Now we'll move to our next question, that is question number 2. This is the largest salt marsh in India. It is located in the Thar Desert and is famous for wild ass and migratory flamingos. It is Rann of Kutch. Rann of Kutch is a seasonal salt marsh located in the Thar Desert in Kutch district of Gujarat. Now we'll move to our next question, that is, this lake in Manipur contains the only floating national park in the world. It is famous for the endangered Sangay deer. The answer is Loktak Lake. Now we'll see our next question. This fort in the state of Rajasthan has the second longest continuous wall in the world after the Great Wall of China. The answer is Kumbhalgarh Fort. Kumbhalgarh is a Mewar fortress lying on the Aravalli range in Rajasthan, stretching about 80 km and also a UNESCO listed World Heritage Site. Now we'll see our next question. At this place in the state of Uttarakhand, Alaknanda and Bhagirathi rivers meet and take on the name Ganga or Ganges River. So our answer is Devprayag. Devprayag is a town in Tehri Garhwal district in the state of Uttarakhand. Now we'll move to our next question, that is, with a total length of 13 km, this beach is Chennai in India's longest and the world's second longest beach. The answer is Marina Beach. Marina is a natural urban sandy beach along the Coromandel coast on the Bay of Bengal. Now scholars, we have completed the exercises given on page number 1. Now we'll move to our next exercise on page number 2. So let's see. So here on page number 2 we have tick right the correct answer and get to know a few important facts about the Parliament of India. So our first question is, who acts as the head of both the houses of Parliament, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha? That is President. Now our next question is, Lok Sabha, the lower house, is also known as the House of People. Now our next question is, how many members of Lok Sabha are directly elected by the citizens of India? The correct answer is 543. Let me tell you here, the Lok Sabha has 545 members. 543 are elected directly by citizens of India. Out of this, 530 members are from states and 13 from union territories, while 2 are nominated by the President to represent the Anglo-Indian community. Now move to our next question, that is, in Lok Sabha, the first hour of a sitting session is called session hour or question hour? The answer is question hour. Question hour is actually from 11 am to 12 noon. During this time the members ask questions and ministers usually give answers. Moving to our next question, that is question number 5. What is the minimum age of a citizen of India to cast his or her vote? I hope you know the answer of this question. Yes, it is 18 years. Now our next question is, how many members of Rajya Sabha are nominated by the President of India? So the answer is 12. Let me tell you, the Constitution provides that the Rajya Sabha shall consist of 250 members, of which 12 members shall be nominated by the President from amongst persons having special knowledge or practical experience in respect of such matters as literature, science, art and social service. So, like this, President of India can elect 12 members of Rajya Sabha. Now, moving towards our next question. Our question number 7 is, a motion of no confidence against the government can only be introduced in the answer is Lok Sabha. Here, let me tell you scholars, the motion is admitted for discussion when a minimum of 50 members of the House support the motion. Now our next question is, how many sessions does our Parliament conduct each year? The answer is 3. You know what? In India, Parliament conducts 3 sessions each year. Budget session from January or February to May. Second is monsoon session, that is from July to August or September. And the third is winter session, that is from November to December. Now our next question is, a session of Parliament that starts in the month of February is called the, just now we have discussed this, so our answer is budget session. Now our last question is, the architectural design of our Parliament was jointly created by Herbert Baker and the answer is Edwin Lutyens. Originally called the House of Parliament, it was designed by the British architects Sir Edwin Lutyens and Sir Herbert Baker in 1912 to 1913 as part of their wider mandate to construct a new administrative capital city for British India. So now scholars, here we have completed all the MCQs. Now we'll move to our next page. Now we'll reach to our third exercise given on page number 3, that is important dams of India. So let's start. Our question number 1 is, this dam is located on the Bhagirathi river, Uttarakhand, with a height of 261 meters. It is the tallest dam in India and the 8th tallest dam in the world. So our answer is Tihri Dam. Now question number 2. This dam is built across the Mahanadi river in Orissa. There are 2 observation towers on the dam. One is called Gandhi Minar and the other is called Nehru Minar. The answer is Hirakud Dam. Hirakud Dam is about 15 km from Sambalpur in the state of Orissa. Now moving to our next question. Question number 3. This dam is a gravity dam across the Satluj river in Himachal Pradesh. It is the 2nd tallest dam in India. Its reservoir, known as the Gobind Sagar Lake, is the 2nd largest reservoir in India, the largest being the Indra Sagar Dam. So our answer is Bhakra Dam. Now question number 4 is also known as Narmada Dam. This dam has been built over the sacred Narmada river in Gujarat. Drought-prone areas of Kutch and Saurashtra will get irrigated by this project. So the answer is Sardar Sarovar Dam. Now our next question. This dam is the world's largest masonry dam made mainly of stones and bricks with a height of 124 meters, built across the Krishna river in Andhra Pradesh. It is Nagarjuna Sagar Dam. Nagarjuna Sagar Dam is in Telangana. Earlier, Telangana was a part of Andhra Pradesh. Now, our question number 6 is, this was the first multi-purpose project of India which was undertaken to build dams on the Damodar River and its tributaries in the states of Jharkhand and West Bengal to rid the region of annual floods. The answer is Damodar Valley Project. You know, scholars, Damodar Valley Project is the first multi-purpose river valley project of the independent India. So scholars, here we have completed this exercise. Now we'll move to our next page. Now scholars, we'll reach to our next exercise, that is on page number 4, from our past. Here we have to do the fill in the blanks to complete sentences about the great kings and queens who ruled India in the past. So let's see question number 1. King Dash was the greatest ruler of the Gupta dynasty. He politically unified India and brought it under his control. So our answer is Samudragupta. Samudragupta was the son of the Gupta Emperor Chandragupta I and Lichavi Princess Kumara Devi. He greatly expanded his dynasty's political power. Now we'll move to our next question, that is question number 2. Emperor Dash was a generous king who made Kannauj his capital. The Chinese traveler Huan Chang visited India during his reign. So our answer is Emperor Harsh. Now we'll move to our question number 3. Dash was a great Mauryan king who renounced war and embraced Buddhism after seeing great destructions at the Kalinga War. Our answer is Ashok. Now we'll move to our next question, that is question number 4. Dash was the greatest king of Kushan dynasty. It is said that Saka era began with his accession to the throne. The answer is Kanishka. Now we'll move to our next question. Question number 5 is Emperor Dash was the greatest Mughal ruler of India. He had the great musician Tansen in his court. The answer is Emperor Akbar. You know scholars, Tansen became one of the Navratins, that is 9 gems, a collection of most talented intellectuals and artists in the Akbar's court. So he was one of them. Now moving to our next question, that is question number 6. Dash was the greatest Maratha ruler who fought against the Mughal Empire and established a kingdom of his own in central India. The answer is Chhatrapati Shivaji. Now our next question. Dash was the only woman ruler of the Delhi Sultanate. She ruled for a brief period of about 4 years before being dethroned and killed. The answer is Razia Sultana. Now we'll move to our next question, that is question number 8. Dash was a Rajput princess of Mewar. She was an astute devotee of Lord Krishna and left all worldly pleasures to pursue her devotion. The answer is Mirabai. So now scholars, we have completed 4 exercises of this unit. The rest of the exercises of unit 1 will do in our next video. Till the time, please keep revising all these answers. So scholars, now it's time to wind up. We'll meet in our next video. Goodbye. Stay safe. Stay healthy.